Let us solve few more questions based on K-map concept. So in the previous video, we have solved the first 4 questions, right? Now let me solve first the last one, where the mean terms are given 0, 1, 5, 6, 7. Okay. So even if so, the question can be obtain the SOP expression. So you can use this if the question is to find the POS expression. From this, you can obtain its corresponding max terms, which will be in this case 2, 3, and 4. Then you can solve the map in the max term mode the way we have understood, and you can get the POS expression. So everything is in your hand, right? So let us plot this and try to see what is happening here. This is one interesting question, students. We'll observe certain important thing from this. Mean term number 0, mean term number 1, mean term number 5, mean term number 6, mean term number 7. Okay, so let me do this in 2 different map. Okay, let me do this in 2 different map, this one. Okay, now student, if I ask you to do the grouping for minimization, so group of 4 is not possible, group of 2 is possible, yes. So this is one group possible, this is one group possible. Then now the goal is to cover all the mean terms. So to cover this one, you have 2 ways actually. So somebody can think I can do this way. Somebody can think I can do this way, which is correct. Both are correct. So you can do this way, or in this map, you can do this way. Both are correct. But if you say, sir, I'll be doing a grouping like this again, it is meaningless, because your goal is not to increase the number of groups. Your goal is to increase the group size. Okay, so if you increase the group size, the number of literal what you'll get corresponds to that group will be containing less number of literals. But if you increase the number of groups, for each group you'll get one term. So we are not doing any kind of group competition, how many groups you can make, right? So there is no point to consider this, or even there is no point to consider this. So you can either do this way or you can do this way. So if I write the corresponding expression for this you get from row A bar, and from column B bar is constant. So you get A bar, B bar. From row you will not get anything, from column B bar C, because column value is constant. For this, from row you get A, and from column you get B. Similarly, for this, in the same logic, you get A bar, B bar. For this, you get it is AB. For this, from row you get A, from column you get C. So if I ask you what is the answer of this, so F is equals to, you can say this is A bar, B bar plus AB plus B bar C. If I am referring this map, we can say it is A bar, B bar plus AB plus AC. You see, both of the expressions are not same. In fact, they are differing by this particular term. So from this example, we should learn that K-map provides the minimized expression, but that expression need not be unique. So somebody can get this answer, somebody can get this answer. But ultimately, these functions are equivalent. If you find the mean term corresponds to this function, and if you find the mean term corresponds to this function, they will be same. 2 functions are said to be equivalent or same if their mean term combination or max term combinations are same. You find the mean terms of this or mean terms of they will be same. But while obtaining the expression from K-map, these are looking different. So you need to understand K-map provides the minimized expression, but that expression need not be unique. Okay, you can have multiple answer corresponding to a K-map. So whenever solving gate questions, you need to see, like if the answer what you are getting, if it is not matching with any of the options, you should see like is there any other possibility of group can be done so that we can match the answer. You need to check that. So that's why I have given a point here that the minimized expression is not necessarily to be unique. There is a case. So let me come to the essential prime implicant concept. So there we'll understand like when it will be unique. Okay, but in general, the expression need not be unique always. Okay. Now let us solve this bit and this bit. So here, students, like I have taken don't care. D stand for don't care, right? So let me take a fresh page, and in this page. Otherwise, before that, okay, we'll come to that. Let us solve 2 more questions. So here, without giving the mean term, so directly I have plotted the map, and my goal is to obtain the minimized expression from this. So how will be getting in this case, students? So this is a what? Four variable map. Mean terms are given. This is a four variable map. Max terms are given. So just for practice purpose, I have taken this. So here group of 8 is not possible, right? Group of 8 is not possible. Group of 4 is possible. Yes. So I can do a grouping of 4 cell. This is a quad possible. Then is there any other quad possible? So how do you cover these ones? Because your goal is to cover all the mean terms and that to be with largest type group possible. So you can say I can make a pair like this. Yes, you can do it, but you should check before doing this whether quad is possible or not. So yes, I can see quad is possible. So this is the quad, this is possible. Right? Now to cover this one, you may say I can do a single group like this. Some of you may say I can do a pair like this. But again, I will suggest you check whether again a quad is possible to cover this one or not. Because ultimately, your goal is to cover all mean terms with maximum size grouping possible. So can I do grouping of quad? Yes. How can I do like this? So one is like this and this one. And what about this one? So this one is single. So no, pair is possible. Quad is possible? No, quad is not possible. If I would have a mean term here, then I could have done this way. But here this is one, so I can have a pair like this. Right? Similarly, if you come to this max term case, okay, so group of 8 is not possible. Group of 4 possible? Yes. This is a group of 4. And this is another group of 4. And to cover this 0, I can make again, this is another group. So 3 quad I did. Okay. Now to cover these zeros, so this 0, so I can do this way. But again, for this, I have to do a separate group. So I'll be doing a grouping like this. You can write the corresponding answer. So if I write the answer for this one, so this is under these two rows. So from row, A bar is constant. So you get A bar. And from column, this and this column, what is constant? D bar is constant. So you get D bar, A bar, D bar. Okay. Now what you get for, okay, so what you get for this one? So this one you see these two row, these two column. From row A bar is constant and from column C bar is constant. So you get A bar, C bar. Yes or no? A bar, C bar. And what you'll be getting from this one, I mean the horizontal quad, this one. So this is under the row A bar, B bar, and you don't get anything from the column because column value is changing. And lastly for this pair, so from row, so this is under this row and this row. So B bar is constant and column value is CD. So B bar CD. All right. So now you can write the answer F as A bar D bar plus A bar C bar plus A bar B bar plus B bar CD. So while solving the questions in mean term mode, each term will give you a product term, and so finally you have to write the corresponding SOP expression. So this is how it will look like. Right? Similarly, if you want to write the expression for the max term case, for this horizontal one, you see this is under this, okay, but here this notation cannot be used, right? So we cannot use this notation, right? So mapping is correct, fine, no problem. But because we are solving the question in max term mode, the corresponding notation we have to use. So let me write the notation first. So here it is 0, 0 means A plus B, 0, 1 means A plus B bar, 1, 1 means A bar plus B bar, and 1, 0 means A bar plus B. So here it is C plus D, this is C plus D bar, this is C bar plus D bar, and this is C bar plus D. Right? So now Now, for this, I mean, for this, what you get from row, you get a plus b, because this one is under every column, so I don't have anything common for all the four columns simultaneously. So the row value is constant a plus b. So for this quad, so this is under these two row. I mean, I'm saying which quad? I'm saying about this quad. Okay, this is under these two row and these two column. So from column you can see d bar is constant, and from row a is constant. So you get a plus d bar. So you get a plus d bar. So from the row you get a, from the column you get d bar. All right. Similarly, for this quad, so this is under influence of these two row and these two column. So from row you get a, and from column you get c bar. So you get a plus c bar, a plus c bar. And for this pair, from row you get a bar plus b bar, and from column what you get? I mean, these are in the row value a bar plus b bar, which is constant. From column you can see you get d, because d is constant, because among this column and this column d is constant. So you get d, isn't it? So you can see the corresponding answer. So answer would be a plus d, because every term is a sum term. This will be producted a plus b, then a plus c bar, and then you have a bar plus b bar plus d. Yes or no? A bar plus b bar plus d. You have a plus b, you have a plus c bar, and you have a plus d. Student, this is not a plus d, right? This is a plus d bar, it will be. Sorry, this one. I mean, from row you get a, and you see the column value. It is d bar actually, not d. D bar, a plus d bar. So this is a plus d bar. This is the answer. So this is how you solve the math in mean term mode or the max term modes. Now, one more question I'd like to solve, which is this one. So here, students, again the question is same. I want to obtain the minimized expression. So as usual, by process, I should look for quad. So quad is possible, yes. So this is the quad possible. Okay, if quad is possible, now to cover all the other mean terms, so what I can do, so for this one, so I can have a pair like this. Again, because I cannot form a quad by considering this one. Or to cover this mean term, I don't have options to for a quad, right? So that's why I'm doing a pair for this. Same is story for this. Same is story for this. And same is story for this. So total how many groups I did? 5 groups. 1 quad and 4 pairs. But friends, this is okay. So by process, this is fine. But the point is, so this is not the minimal grouping actually. In other words, the center quad, what I did, it is irrelevant in this case, because the center quad is covering these four ones, and these four ones are already covered by these pairs. So this center one is completely irrelevant. So I have to remove this center one. Okay, so this is what the grouping will be. In other words, you see that without the center one, I have covered all the mean terms. So if I am taking this quad again, it is completely irrelevant, because your goal is to cover all the mean terms, and your expression should be as simple as possible. Your expression should contain minimum number of term, but your goal is to have the bigger size grouping, right? So that's why, so the central one is a irrelevant one. So this is a gate question asked in one of the instrumentation paper. So the option A was given by considering where in the option A there were 5 terms, but it won't be 5 term. It will be exactly 4 terms. So one for this, one for this, one for this, one for this. You can write the expression for these all. So this will be A, B, C bar. This should be A, C, D. This would be A bar B C, and this will be A bar C bar D. So the answer is sum of this, and this. Okay, fine. Now let us solve the questions which are with respect to don't care. So here with respect to don't care, so these are two questions I have taken. Let us try to solve them. So certain fact you should know, students, that don't care combination can be used as per our convenient, but the condition, like for mean term case when we are solving, all mean terms should be grouped or all max terms should be grouped. But while dealing with don't care is not compulsory, like it has to grouped. So it may, you may have the situations like you have done the grouping that certain don't cares might have left, so it's okay. But your goal is no minterm should be left. If you are getting SOP expression, if you are getting POS expression, no maximum should be left. But don't care can be left. It is not compulsion that you have to cover every don't care. So as per your convenience, if it is getting covered, okay. Even if it's not covered, it's okay. Okay. I mean, you should not be worrying like I have to cover every don't care, right? So don't care value. So we write this is D sometime and symbolically we put a cross something like this. So both meaning are same. So now let me take the map and let us see. So this is for mean term. I have taken two questions and this I'll be using for max term. And with respect to don't care, couple of more questions I'd like to solve. I'll take this one. I will take, I'll take these two. Okay. Okay. First, let us start with this two variable map. So this is A, this is B, this is A bar A, this is B bar B. So same is story for this. This is A B, this is A bar A, this is B bar B. Okay, students, see this don't care the cross symbol. It can take value 0 or 1. So while doing grouping, it is your call, like what you want to take it. You want to take it 0, you want to take it 1. But in your mind, you should always think that your goal is to generate big size group. So by selecting don't care as 1, if you are able to generate a quad, and if you are making don't care as 0, that quad is not happening, you are ending up with pair, then you should definitely go for 1 so that you can generate a quad. So that is what the point is. So here, for example, friends, if I assume that this don't carry 0, if I assume that this don't carry 0, then I have one group this one and one group this one. So how many group I am doing? I am doing two groups. When it is happening, if I am assuming this cell value is 0. But imagine a case like if this don't care value, if I take 1, so I will be getting a group like this and I'll be getting group like this. But in this case also I'm doing two groups. But what is the difference? So in the previous case when I'm taking don't care 0, you are generating two single term. So it will contain two literal. This will contain two literal, this will contain two literals. But if I'm taking here 1, so I'll be getting one literal from this, I'll be getting one literal for this. So always in this case, if you ask me, so what is advisable? I'll definitely say you take this don't care value as 1. It is convenient because if we are taking don't care 0, we are not generating pair, we are generating single term, right? So that's why, so this is one group and this is one group. But you ask me here what I'll be doing. So here, if you take don't care as 1, so you'll be having this is one group and this is one group. But you will be taking don't care as 0, so you have only this group. You don't have to take this. So what is advisable in this case? Obviously, I should take this. Because if I'm taking don't care 1, so I'm increasing one more group unnecessarily just to cover this don't care. I told you, don't care need not be covered. All min terms should be covered. But here, if I'm taking don't care 1, so this is not supporting me, right? So don't care should be 0 in this case, right? So this is what the answer. So if you ask you what is the answer of this, so from from this you get only a bar. Row value is a bar. Column I don't get anything. So the answer is a bar. And what you get from this, for this group, from row you don't get anything, from column you get b bar. So this is the product term b bar plus, for this group you get a. So it is a, b bar plus a. This is the answer is. So I hope you understood this. So using this, can you answer this problem? So here quad is possible or not? Yes. If I assume that don't care is 1, if I assume don't care is 0, I can generate a quad. But if I'm assuming don't care as 1, I can generate a quad. So this is one quad. But my goal is to cover all the mean terms. So this is one group possible. This is another group possible. So it seems I have to give the answer with respect to three groups. But is that the case, students? No. The central one which I did, this is irrelevant because so here I have four midterms. So this group and these groups are already covering four midterms. So even if I am removing this, so what is going to happen? These midterms are already covered by these side pairs. Only thing is the don't care will be left. And we don't care actually whether don't cares are covered or not. So even though three groups are possible here by going through the process, but the central one is irrelevant. You see? So even if I have removed that, my all four midterms are covered. The only extra thing it was doing is by covering this don't care, which is not in my priority list. So the answer should be given with respect to two groups, not three groups. So this answer would be your A bar, B bar, and this would be your A, B. So the answer is A bar, B bar plus AB. This is the answer. Okay. Now in this case, let us plot the map first. 0, 2, 6, 8, 9, 10. Don't care 5, don't care 12, 13, 15 and 14. So these are what the corresponding don't care, isn't it? No, no, friends. So, I mean, I have done for this. Sorry, I'm not supposed to do this. So, first one I have to take, na, this one. Sorry. So, 1, 3, 4, 7, 11. 1, 3, 4, 7, 11. Then 5, 12, 13, 15, 14. Okay, this is fine. This is fine. Now, how will we doing the grouping? So I can see here, I can take a group like this. I can make a quad like this. If I'm assuming don't care as 0, I can form a quad, right? So if I'm assuming this don't care value as 1, so I have generated this quad. Similarly, so to cover this one, so you have possibility of like this, or you can do like this. But again, you think, can you generate a quad by considering this don't care as certain values? Yes. If I consider this don't care as 1, so again, I can have a group like this. So this is one more possibility. Yes or no? This is one more possibility. Then what is the next thing that you are left with? So what is the next thing we are left with in the sense? Now to cover this one, now to cover this one, right? This one. So I can have a grouping like this. I can have a grouping like this. So total how many group I did here? So total I did how many? Three groups I did. But is it covering everything? So then how do you cover this one? Then this is also left. So I can do a grouping like this. I can do a grouping like this. But friend, you see that here, like one thing is unnecessarily I did, which is this one. The center one I can remove, I think. You see this one. Yes or no? So now, so this I did, this I did, and this I did. So the central one is not necessary. So after doing a grouping, you just have a look whether is there any irrelevant thing you have done or not. So yes, so three groups are sufficient in this case, and that to be all three are quads only. So you can give the answer now. So everywhere I have assumed the don't care as 1 because by assuming don't care 1 only, we are able to generate the quad. So we have generated the quad by assuming don't care value as 1. So the answer corresponds to this is CD. Answer corresponds to this is A bar D. Answer corresponds to this is B C bar. So answer is B C bar plus CD plus A bar D. B C bar plus CD plus A bar. This is the answer. So this is how you handle the K map which is having don't care combinations. Now let us solve the next K map 0, 2, 6, 8, 9, 10. 0, 2, 6, 8, 9, 10, and then again you have these 12, 13, 15, 14, and 5. 5. These are the don't care combinations. So here again you need to see carefully what grouping I should do so that all the max terms will be covered. So clearly, students, one thing is visible to me. That is, I can have a diagonal. I mean, by considering these four diagonal max terms, I can have one group, right? Then you are left with only this and this. You check. So can you form a quad by? Can you form a quad to cover these max terms by assuming don't care certain value? Yes. So if I assume these don't care value are 0, so I can form a quad like this. Yes or no? Similarly, how do you cover this one? So you may say, sir, I can do like this, or I can do like this. But I will say, if you assume the don't care value 0, you can again form a group like this. So by assuming don't care 0, we are able to form a quad. So again, you see all the max terms are covered. So what is the answer you are going to get? For this group, the answer is C bar plus D, only the column value. For this one, from row you get A bar, and from column you get it is C, A bar plus C, because each term will give you a sum term. Then you are left with the diagonal one. So this is under influence of first row and last row. So the common variable is B, and first column and the last column. So this is D. So answer is C bar plus D, and A bar plus C, and B plus D. B plus D. Okay, so this is how you tackle these situations. So we have answered this, we have answered this, we have answered this, and couple of extra questions also we have taken. Now, very quickly, students, so we have answered this. So these all we have answered, right? And okay, now, so this is also not needed. Okay, so students, what is the answer of this? So you see that here all the cells having same entry. So when the all cells having same entry, the answer of the K map is the same entry 1. Okay, why is 1? Because you should have common sense. Because if the all the entry are same, that means in this function, so all combinations are mean terms. That means in a two variable case, 0 0 0 1 1 0 1 1, all are mean terms only. Then only you are getting this map. If you compare with respect to the truth table, so in that function, all combinations are producing output 1. For every input combination, output is 1. So that means sum of all mean terms, we know it is 1. So that property you remember or not? Summation of I ranging from 0 to 2 power n minus 1 is equals to 1. So based on that, it is 1. In the same logic here, this will be 0, because again here all will be max terms, and product of all max terms is 0. And here this will be don't care. So remember, students, the pattern is in the K map, if all the entry are a single quantity, if it is 1, answer will be 1. If it is 0, answer will be 0. If it is don't care, the answer will be don't care. And it's a two variable map. So here you can have a grouping like this. Here you can have a grouping like this. You can get the answer of this. So this is what all about your K map, students. So we understood what is K map mean for, and then we have seen the standard pattern of K map, how the K map is formed, the valid subq property, and that important n minus k property, and how to solve the questions using different aspects. What are the different angles we should think while solving K map to minimize expressions. So this is what you are about K map. In the next video, we are going to see something else, which is prime implicant concept and essential prime implicant concept.